what a treasure. And it all comes home now. Now, I mean, you're going to have to go back and watch my other videos about, involvement with Canada, Native Americans, and Israel, and all these other things. But for today, we've got basically Aaron Farinacci, I believe. Farinacci being kind of like an Italian name. Not really that prominent, but like at first glance, you just get like pizza joints in Ohio, right? But upon deeper inspection, now see Aaron Farinacci burnt down, got caught starting arson in Spokane, which is near where my parents live. And he was actually in Phoenix, Arizona, involved in some crime. He actually fatally, accidentally shot his father. Uh, and, so kind of has a history of trauma. There could be reasons why he would have lashed out and done things. But if you look closely to direct family members, uh, there's a woman, the daughter, uh, Fallon Farinacci, that survived. She's an indigenous advocate, so we got Italian indigenous, which is kind of a weird connection. Now, the interesting thing about this woman is she's an advocate for, uh, the alphabet community, right? So we have liberals tied to this. And also, if you wouldn't believe it, even has her own kind of mediocre, failing podcast about femicide. Now, see, the odd thing is, I reached out to try and find an artist to help do my the art in my book before I published it, and the person they contacted was he's part Native American, part Italian, kind of in the same genre of people, uh, and then promptly blocked me, ghosted me, everything. And then, like a year later, my research got stolen. Of course, in Boise, Idaho, at a mall that's owned by a bank in Canada, where in Toronto, Canada, this Fallon Farinacci runs her femicide, whatever LGBTQ supporter, missing and murdered Indigenous woman podcast, right? That's also connected to the internet. Oh, wait. One more thing, I almost forgot. When I got expelled for Eastern Oregon University, we discussed my book and peer reviewing my book and publishing and editing my book, and of course they made up a fake thing about how I made some comment online that was offensive. But in part of the group that expelled me, they had one person who was the representative of Native American, missing, and indigenous people, this old woman, Pepper Huxall, who's connected in with all these other people too, right? You see the connection yet? You see the connection? Wagon burners being wagon burners, right? What's kind of crazy is in the same office, in the student affairs office where they kicked me out, a Native American woman, sits in the corner as a receptionist or something, kind of like a fly on the wall, listening to everything, right? And the odd thing in comparison to that is when I got stuck in a blizzard in Pendleton, I ended up going to this warming shelter because they even canceled the buses. I couldn't catch a bus back home. And in this warming shelter, there was a Native American woman that was working there. And so there seems to be kind of like this consistency with Native American women, FBI, packing heat, working on some kind of like, advocating for indigenous or women or something, liberalism, and working in these kind of like environments, right? And the connection here is the night I stayed here, I had to check in all my baggage, right? And they went through my baggage And the Native American woman went through my bags, and all my research and my books and everything were in my bag. And then when I checked out of here, I had people follow me from there to the bus station. And then when I was on the bus, someone stole my bag off the bus, and my research was stolen. Directly, like less than 12 hours after a Native American went through my bag at this emergency shelter in the middle of a blizzard. So, and this is like less than a year after I tried to get my book published at the college with the liberals and the feminists that kicked me out for the DEI reasons and all the other things. You seeing how it all, see how they're all thieves and liars, and they're basically starting the fires to try and lash out at people that they don't like. And remember, it was this Republican senator that bought Sage AI from Nicholas Shalane via Flat, the guy from Brandon Flat or whatever, the guy from the video I did yesterday. She was friends with Kelly Ryan, the dean at Eastern Oregon University. And then the guy, the Boise Town Square Mall, that's owned by Canada Banks, sold or stole my research and took it to TikTok or Big Bear AI, Sage AI, where this chick spoke to Sage AI, asked it questions, and it rambled off things out of my research, like literally word for word, verbatim, right? And that's because this guy, Jordan Withers, who works as an FBI agent at Eastern Oregon University from Virginia, is the whatever ally LGBTQ alphabet community. But these groups like whatever, the alphabet and whatever, they're just covers for FBI agents, essentially. And he had his grifter, Dean Withers, online, that was the conservative influencer that got paid by liberals to take a liberal stance. And that's, of course, because Colleen Dunn Castillo, who is also one of the group that expelled me, right? Her relative, Castillo, is an influencer on TikTok, a liberal grifter, doing the same stuff as well, basically stealing, lying, and cheating. And of course, Nicholas Chalane, who works with Space Force, SpaceX, Air Force, Internet Security, and everything, and Boise Town Square Mall, is the guy that sold Sage AI to the Republican senator, and he was the first person to find a digital copy of my research online, which piqued the FBI investigation, and is why they went through my bag and stole my stuff. He's part of the group. And of course, you can't leave out Nathan Lowe, the Lowe's Family Corporation that does the legal or whatever financial for BlackRock and all the rest of those, who was also one of the members of the group that expelled me from the college and knew about my research and was part of the FBI investigation as well. And now, just like my video yesterday about the Jews stealing everything from Egypt and wandering in the desert, these people are doing the same thing, except they're incorporating wagon burning into their repertoire. So that's the truth. So anyway, enjoy the truth, everybody. Now you know. And you know what, FBI? You ain't as good as you think you are.